Hi, it's Dinara. I'm a fourth year student at Minerva University, one of the top selective schools in the US. Minerva's approach to education is radically different from all other schools that I know. One of the biggest differences is that while pursuing their bachelor degree, students also get to live around the world, namely in the US, in South Korea, in India, in Germany, in Argentina, in the UK, and in Taiwan. One of the first questions I get whenever I share this aspect of my education is, but why do you need to live around the world? In this video lesson, I will explain the Minerva's global rotation system, and I will also share some of my favorite experiences of living abroad. Minerva's mission, and I'm quoting, is nurturing critical wisdom for the sake of the world. To succeed in that mission, students strive to become global citizens who understand diverse mentalities and who are capable of finding solutions in different cultural contexts by the time they graduate. For that purpose, Minerva created the global rotation system. All students start off their college experience in San Francisco, where they stay for 1 year. This time allows them to get to know each other, acclimate to a new city, and also get adjusted to the rigorous academic system. After the first year, however, students set off to a new city, meaning new country, every consecutive semester. One semester lasts for 4 months, so we have 4 months to explore our new home, to make local connections, to understand what inspiring stories and issues exist in that part of the world, and also to rediscover ourselves in that process. Minerva doesn't offer language courses for us. Instead, we are expected to go out in the city and find language learning opportunities ourselves if we want to. However, there have been a few student initiatives to help in that. For example, there is a club that's led by the students and that is hosted on the Forum, which is Minerva's educational platform. Native speakers of certain languages lead classes for their fellow classmates who want to learn that language. It's usually around vocabulary, grammar, lexicon, and learning how to speak. I attended one beginner's German class this way, and it was really fun to try to talk in German with someone who was able to understand me, correct me, and from whom I could learn. Another reason why it is so beneficial to live in different countries around the world is all the opportunities we get for internships and new professional connections. In the first few weeks of arriving into a new city, Minerva organizes Civitas. It is a networking event to which all students and professors are invited alongside the local civic partners. Civic partners are professionals from different industries. They can be creatives, they can be business owners who have connections with Minerva. At Civitas, they usually go on stage and present themselves to the students, sharing a bit about themselves, their interests, and if there are any projects that they have which Minerva students can join. There are always many interesting conversations at Civitas. It is very nice to mingle, get to know new people, and find a project that you will be working on for the whole semester. For example, when I lived in Seoul, I was interested in making YouTube videos. At Civitas, I met the CEO of Collab Asia. It's a YouTube partner and a marketing agency that helps content creators. I ended up interning in their Gangnam office for the whole semester. I learned a lot from people who were very passionate about the work they did, and overall it was a very fun experience to be in the office and see the behind the scenes of the industry that I really wanted to enter. Meanwhile, one of my friends joined a lab at the Hanyang University and she did a research project with them. Another friend of mine joined the marketing team of Kakao Talk, one of Korea's largest social media networks. We all have different professional interests, but we were able to find something that really suited us, and Minerva enabled us to get that practical knowledge and experience. By the end of my studies at Minerva, I've learned to navigate any new environment, and I'm sure I'm speaking for most Minervans. It's been not only an academic school for me, but a school of life too. Now I have the skills to adapt to new environments and circumstances, to find a common language with people from all paths of life and parts of the world, to take care of myself under immense stress, with a varying success, but still, and to also appreciate different cultures and points of view. Living around the world has also greatly supplemented my studies. For example, when I lived in Hyderabad in the south of India, I was studying development economics in class. That same afternoon, I would go out to my favorite cafe in the city and I would talk to the cafe owner about what it's like to do business in India. There were so many things I got curious about after my class, and the cafe owner, who later became my friend, he was generously providing answers, and we ended up having a wonderful conversation. Examples like these, they may not seem to have much effect, but I believe that having so many stories like that throughout all the 4 years that I was studying at Minerva, I think that was really impactful for my education. However, living globally is not just about internships or in addition to academics. For me, it's about experiences and meaningful connections. When I was in San Francisco in my first year of studies at Minerva, my 7 friends and I rented a car and went on a massive road trip across the country. We only packed our essentials and we drove from California to Texas and back all in 12 days. We went through snow-filled mountains and blizzard. We went through deserts. We went through farm fields, small towns, big towns, all the way from Las Vegas to Salt Lake City to Albuquerque and Houston. It was just a road trip of a lifetime. In the car, we were 2 Russians, 2 Pakistanis, 1 Malaysian, 1 Albanian, 1 Indian, and 1 Austrian. And we were all under one roof, talking to each other, getting to know each other, having all of these interesting experiences together. It was truly a life-changing trip. Another favorite memory of mine was celebrating New Year's with the Korean community in Seoul. One of Minerva's civic partners generously invited students to celebrate New Year's at dinner with him, his family, his friends, and business associates. We were complete strangers to them, yet we were welcomed with such warmth, such respect, and kindness. We all sat together at a very large, long table, sharing stories about life, sharing food, laughing, and having a wonderful time. Most people spoke Korean, some people spoke English, and there was a lot of interpreting happening in that evening. It was the most perfect end to the semester, especially because it was around the holidays, and that's when I know some of my classmates get really homesick. So being able to be adopted by this Korean family, that was just so special, and to this day, it's one of my brightest, funnest memories from Minerva. One last memory I want to share with you is my tango classes in Buenos Aires. I already told you about Civitas, and that's one of the traditions at Minerva. There's another very beloved tradition that we have, and that's called Exploration Day. It usually happens in the first week of the semester. The whole class gets split up into teams in the morning, and throughout the whole day we have clues and we have challenges that we need to complete around the city. And in the evening we all get together in one place and we count the points that each team earned and we select a winner. Exploration Day is organized by the Minerva staff, and it's a very fun way to get to know a new city at a glance. On Exploration Day in Buenos Aires, one of our stops was a quick tango class where my team would get the next clue after we danced. It was amazing. There were elderly people there were young guys, girls, just people from all walks of life gathering together once a week to dance and to learn how to dance. I remember someone would always bring a very strong mate, which is a traditional drink in Argentina. It's very popular, in a thermos. And during the dance break, we would all sit at this table and the lady would be pouring people tea, and there would only be 1 cup and 1 straw. So everyone at the table would be sharing 1 mate, and that's like a cultural thing in Argentina. And when they welcomed me in and they gave me the tea, it really made me feel like I was part of the group, and I was invited into it. There were also cookies. There was a lot of hearty conversation, there was sweat, there was a lot of fun and laughter there, and I really loved it. I didn't know Spanish, and I really tried to keep up. I was asking them questions, and I really felt like every single time I came there, I understood more and more phrases. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this lesson was interesting and insightful for you. If you want to learn more about life at Minerva, or you want more guidance in your application, book a mentoring session with me and I will do my very best to help you. Also, check out my YouTube videos about life at Minerva on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/DinaraXYZ, and also follow me on Instagram at DinaraXYZ, where I share a lot of things about global living. Have a great rest of the day and good luck in everything that you do.